Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 5. Today we're going to be talking about the new synopsis that was just released for episode 10, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any DC TV videos later this year. So The Flash is currently on break, and is going to be returning on January the 15th, returning at its normal time slot on the CW. So get ready for that. So it's the 5th right now, so we've got 10 days, so just over a week until it returns. We had that extra trailer the other day showcasing the middle part of the episode, and we had that shorter trailer about a month ago when the Elseworlds crossover finished, and so now we've got our official synopsis. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any DC TV videos later this year. So also later today I should be having a Young Justice review. It might go up before this, so I don't know which way it's going to go, but either way, Young Justice is back. You've got to watch the video and you've got to watch the episode. So they released 3 episodes on DC Universe, so go check it out when you can. And so this is how the synopsis goes, and we'll be breaking it down bit by bit. So it goes like this. While Nora grapples with the revelation that Thawne killed her grandmother, Team Flash must stop the formidable team-up of a newly sprung from jail Weather Witch and Silver Ghost, a new meta-tech villain who can control engines and motorized technology. Meanwhile, Caitlin and Zisco discuss creating a meta-human cure. So, you know, that synopsis gives away all that we need to know about the episode, and the only thing it doesn't mention is the ending of the episode that we're presuming is going to be the future scenes that we saw in that first trailer, so it doesn't mention that. But let's break this down bit by bit. So the first bit is, while Nora grapples with the revelation that Thawne killed her grandmother, Team Flash must stop a formidable team up. Okay, so let's talk about the Nora and Reverse Flash stuff first. So this is going to be at the start of the episode. Nora is furious due to her actually not knowing much about why Barry and Reverse Flash have such a great massive history, why they're rivals, because if you remember back to the 100th episode, she reveals that she has no idea that Nora was killed by Reverse Flash, and so she's in the dark on a lot of this stuff. She doesn't know all the bad stuff, she only knows kind of the good stuff and the rivalries and the things that perhaps are more heroic than tragic. And so in that episode she revealed that she only thought Reverse Flash and the Flash were just enemies. They were just two opposing forces that were destined to just fight out forever. And so she didn't think there was a real motivation to that rivalry apart from them having the same powers essentially. And so when Barry reveals she killed my mum, so that's Nora's grandmother, she's gonna lose her shit, and she does lose her shit at the end of the 100th episode, where we see her run and we get the reveal that she's working with Reverse Flash. So Thawne's going to be trying to tease her out and sort of just calm her down, and I do believe he will calm her down sometime in the episode, but I think she will still hold that grudge, but I don't think she's just going to abandon him straight away. I think due to his mentor role in regards to teaching Nora to use her powers and their plans together, I think they're going to continue to definitely do that. And I think this is just a major misstep in their relationship that will lead to her betraying him sometime down the line. So she's trying to grapple with the fact that Thawne killed her grandmother, and maybe we get some reveals about this version of Thawne. We know it's supposedly the Crisis on Earth X version, but what has he been through since that last time that he met Barry and our team last year? And why is he in Iron Heights? And so I think this is going to definitely affect their relationship going forward. And so moving on to the next bit, Team Flash must stop the formidable team up of a newly sprung from jail Weather Witch and Silver Ghost, played by Gabrielle Wash. So some of you guys may know Gabrielle. She is another CW alum, and she is from the Vampire Diaries. And so, you know, the CW love to get the returning guest stars to be people that they've previously worked with. So, you know, this character, as it says in the synopsis, is a new meta tech villain who can control engines and motorized technology. Nothing too special. I mean, the name Silver Ghost is very cool, but the sort of powers she's got, we were just expecting that. It's nothing out of the blue, because all these metas this season are able to control meta tech. And to be honest, it's a cool premise that they're trying to do a Fast and Furious type episode, but it's not that interesting, to be honest, in my personal opinion. that she can control engines and motorized technology, because really, we can all do that, right? If we can shoot missiles via clicking buttons from a car or something, yeah. But it's just like, do we need a meta that can control a car or something? I don't know. It just seems a bit silly to me, but I'm looking forward to it. Weather Witch wasn't too impressed. I thought she was one of the weaker parts of this season so far. I've been loving this season, but as you know, the metas of the week tend to be kind of weak because they get such little time. You don't have time to develop them as a villain, and I was kind of surprised when she was returning this soon, because she literally was in like maybe episode 2 or 3, I don't really entirely remember, but she really came back really quick. But she's a returning guest star, maybe she'll appear down the line again. I would have been more excited to see Weather Wizard because we have a connection to him. He's truly one of the better weekly villains because he's appeared lots of times and he's got backstory rather than just, you know, popping up for a little bit in an episode. So, you know, I think all of us as Flash fans all sort of have a little bit of a problem with the metas of the week because we really don't have any time with them until they kill someone or they injure someone or they cause a fire or they blow up something. So yeah, moving on to the next bit of this synopsis, and this is, meanwhile, Caitlin and Cisco discuss creating metahuman cure. So what is this about? So this is kind of out of the blue, but we've teased at this over the past few seasons since season 1. So like Caitlin trying to get her powers back, different things like this, and trying to give speed from one speedster to another, trying to essentially create different ways of harnessing metahuman powers. And so in this case they're trying to make a metahuman cure, and the reason for why they're probably doing this stands out in my mind to be Caitlin wants to do it in order to save her father, because her father, Icicle, is actually taken over by this icicle figure inside of him, and so her father's underneath the surface but he's unable to break through. He doesn't have that bond that Killer Frost has with Caitlin, and so the reason why they would try and do this is because Caitlin wants her father back, and there is a chance and she'll see the opportunity to have that metahuman cure in order to stop Icicle and save him. And we know he's coming back later in the season because the actor who plays Icicle is set to return a few times later in the season. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on next episode, including some stuff that's not in the synopsis, the future scenes, and let's quickly go over the future scenes and what's going to be happening. So in the trailer, if you remember, we see Barry and Iris in the Flash Museum in the future, and we see a young Nora. So I've been mentioning this recently, but it's either we are vibing forward and we're having a look with these two characters, but I think it's actually them time traveling. I don't know, it just seems like they would do something like this, maybe with some revelations in the episode, and maybe Sherlock Wells actually reveals a little bit about what's happening with the timeline, because he knows about Nora and working with someone else. He doesn't know she's working with Reverse Flash, so that's going to be revealed sometime later in this season. But perhaps they do visit the future, or maybe they just want a glimpse at Nora's childhood due to the fact that maybe Nora's acting a little bit weird in this episode because she's been grappling with this revelation to do with Thawne killing her grandmother. Maybe there is some sort of suspicion, I don't know. This is just a theory, but we're going to be seeing those future scenes, whether it's a vibe or whether they're actually there in the Flash Museum. So maybe we'll get some glimpses of some other heroes or some other villains that are set to come, or maybe some other set dates that's going to be happening. Like, I know in the trailer we saw the Flash article with him missing, that's in there. Maybe there's a few other ones, and maybe there's some stuff to tease the future, because they do really like to do that. There's a lot that's going to be going on in this episode, and a lot of people are really excited for the future scenes and Eobard Thawne, because that first trailer teased that part, and that's what I'm personally excited for. And most people were like, it's okay, you know. That second trailer was teasing the sort of Fast and Furious side of the episode, and everyone's sort of like, yeah, sure, we know this isn't going to be anything too massive, it's just going to be a one episode thing. Weather Witch is returning, we got this new villain called Silver Ghost, and most likely they're going to be stopped at the end of this episode. Weather Witch is going to be put back in prison, and Silver Ghost is going to be put in prison for the first time after they've stopped the Metatech villain of the episode. That is about it for this video, guys. So remember, Young Justice is out right now. Please definitely be sure to watch it. You guys have to watch it. It's the reason why I started loving DC all those years ago, and so I will be doing that video later today. And also please be sure to check out my film channel. We've been talking about lots of different films recently, including Aquaman, Mary Poppins, all the new films, and also check out my movie podcast channel. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.